Diseases spread by seeds. People travel a lot and seeds are traveling and diseases are spread. Here you can see a map showing how tourist flows were in 2010. And in the same way as seeds are spreading are of course also human diseases spread. In Europe, the most famous disease spread among a main crop was the potato blight. This happened in Ireland and it is called Irish potato famine, and it was from 1845 to 1852. The potato blight destroyed the potato and took away it from the Irish food table, and as it was a staple food crop, almost 1 million of people died and the same amount emigrated from Ireland. The potatoes that they grew, they were much of the same origin, so they didn't have a lot of big diversity in these potatoes. And of course in potato it's always very important to shift the fields so that you are not cultivating the potato every year on the same field. So yes, the boats that were bringing the immigrants that mainly went to United States were called coffin ships, as so many died during the travel. Nowadays, Dutch elm disease is spreading, and it's caused by a fungi, and it's spread then by the elm bark beetle. And it's typical that the trees with Dutch elm disease, they dry in the top. So on this photo, you can see that there are some branches that have died. And then they get a black ring in the tree, so in the wood. And usually the trees and branches with these diseases are burnt at the spot, not to spread the disease. Fruit trees have also different dangerous diseases that we would like to avoid, such as fire blight, brown rot, apple scab, cedar apple rust, pearl leaf curl, and different aphids. Then there is a lot of invasive species, and different countries are having a fight with different kinds of plants. And they may be like relatives of some plants that already you have in your own country, but many times they are very aggressive in spreading, and they may be also taller and wider and bigger in every sense, so that they are kind of killing all the native species you have. There are different invasive species in different countries. Here in the first five top that you can see here are some plants that are invasive species in Finland, and the lupin has really been spreading in large parts of Finland, and it's not only the roadsides but it's also already invasive also in small forests. And on the photo here you can see Heracleum sosnovski, which was introduced as a fodder plant for animals during the Soviet Union up in these western parts of Russia and also in the Baltic countries, and it has become a really harmful invasive species. It is, for example, the juice that this plant has, then it's burning, and if you then also get sunshine on it, then it will give large burns for you. So there are in Estonia, for example, there is an action plan how to get rid of this plant, and for many years there was also money allocated for this, so it has managed to get smaller area now grown by it, but it is still a problem. And for example, if you travel from St. Petersburg to Estonia to the Narva city direction, then there are large areas and fields that are fully overgrown with kind of forests with this plant, as it can grow very high. Himalayan balsam, again, that is also a problem in parts of Finland, and it has such seeds that when the seeds are ready, it's kind of a small explosion, so it's very effectively spreading its seeds. Solidago canadensis is not yet a problem in Finland, but that, as well as Galega orientalis, and Galega orientalis was also introduced as a fodder plant, and that has also been spread now in Estonia among roadsides and into forests. Solidago canadensis was as an ornamental plant, and it has started to spread here during the last 20 years, you could say. And for example, in southern Estonia, around Tartu city, there are huge fields also covered with this plant. European Union have also non-wanted species and disease list, and there is a list of 250 species that are not wanted in EU. And they have also a list on regulated diseases. There are different types of diseases spreading with seeds. They may be bacteria, fungi. There are some domocedes and phytoplasmas, and then there are viruses and viroids and nematodes and insects. For example, in Denmark, they have a problem with nematodes in both barley and wheat. And there are new diseases coming, and many of them are so dangerous or not possible to get rid of them. The only way is to find resistant traits of these cereals in order to get rid of them. Around the Mediterranean area, there are problems with tomato diseases, also diseases on citrus. Globally, there are problems with diseases on, for example, bananas, and then there is around the Mediterranean area also a disease that is killing the olive oil trees. So this is, for example, a reason why you shouldn't, from normal vegetable plants in the supermarket, you should not take seeds of those. So the plant may be safe to eat for humans, but it may carry diseases on its seeds. Seeds should always be collected only on a healthy plant. From that you will get healthy seeds. So you should take away plants that are not healthy immediately as you see them in your garden. On a field, large field, it's much more difficult, but of course you should also actively look for diseases in a large cereal field as well. And then collect the seeds only from healthy, vital and strong plants. If you collect from a sort, then you should follow also the sort description. So you should see that your seeds also looks like the seeds of that sort should look like.